Clairvoyance unveils the secrets of the human mind, allowing us to transcend the ordinary and tap into the enhancement realms of intuition and hidden truths. In today's fast-paced world, clairvoyance serves as a guiding light, helping individuals navigate uncertainty and connect with their intuitive wisdom within the chaos of life. Now let's embark on a fascinating journey as we delve deeper into the teachings of clairvoyance, exploring the secrets and experiences of the extraordinary teachers. And let's discover how can we transform our understanding of the mind and the universe.
So for example, if somebody new just come and he said, Mr. Nikolai, I would like to learn this. How would you start? Is there some sort of ritual, or there's like a imagination process, a visual imagery? Is there processes that a new person should start? How would you explain them?
Если приходит новый человек, который никогда не занимался, как проходит занятие? Это какой-то ритуал, это какие-то объяснения, как вы, это воображение, как вы ему даете понять, как надо начать и получить первые результаты?
Ну, начинается с того, что я устанавливаю как бы контакт с этим человеком.
First of all, need to have a great contact between me and my student.
Okay.
Я ему рассказываю о том, как устроен мозг человека, что наши глаза, которые видят что-то, на самом деле они ничего не видят, они передают сигнал по глазному нерву в мозг, и мозг расшифровывает этот сигнал. В общем, то, что мы проходили с вами в школе.
I say a lot of stories for my student in the beginning in order to combine this, to connect our brains. I explain how our brain works, how our eyes used to work, that we receive information to our brain, but our eyes like a lens, camera lens. Exactly. The majority of information we adjust in our brain in these areas. So a lot of explanations actually what we learn when we were in school.
То есть я устанавливаю некоторый контакт.
But this connection become deeper and deeper. It's not just ears to mouth. At the same time, like sort of energetical connection grows between us.
So this is more the energetic connection from the teacher to the student, and also training the subconscious mind as we teach them, understand them, changing a new mindset. In other words, they have to unlearn everything what they thought was possible and not, have an open mind so the subconscious mind can understand energy and the concept of how things operate. So this is important when it comes down to development, I believe.
Yeah, and also we attune their even psychology. So how to be less nervous, how to focus much better, because your attention should be focused on a place where you want to.
Concentration on attention is
important. So a lot of information to change their state of mind and then to start to practice and to get first result.
Да, в том числе одна из практик – это установить внутреннего диалога, да, остановку внутреннего диалога.
And of course, really important to stop inner conversation, inner dialogue between before to start to see. So a lot of steps need to do.
И главное, я помню, что меня Таня Мочалкина научила трансляции ее нейронов, как бы вот в мои нейроны. Поэтому я делаю то же самое с моими учениками. Я транслирую им вот это состояние, когда я вижу с закрытыми глазами. И они тоже начинают видеть с закрытыми глазами.
But of course, we have read a lot of books about it, how it's necessary to stop talking inside, how necessary to listen to the world. So a lot of explanation. But this part, when a teacher can transfer your state as it was in the beginning with him, this is the most important part. And there are a lot of ways how to do it. And of course, no need to touch each person head by head, because we teach maybe like 20 years using online method. Right. So without any touchment, but still Nikolai know how to start to transfer the state. Yeah. And how to see, is students' state already changed or not yet? Need to continue to talk before to do exercises.
Okay, understand. So mindset is very important when it comes down to developing and learning. I understand. Thank you. That is a really interesting way to put it out there. So, next question. This is still related to clairvoyance and inner vision. In many practices, like you explained the techniques of how we practice, they have to go through a sensory deprivation process, understanding emotions, psychology, and understanding from the teacher as he put everything together. But um, when people start using and saying the work of egregores, does this have any connection with the development?
Про эгрегоры. Как бы много способов для того, чтобы, вот, которые мы перечислили, для того, чтобы прийти, но многие люди говорят о том, что им позволяет начать видеть использование эгрегоров. У вас есть с этим?
In USA, people do not understand the concept of egregores. To us, egregores is just a big information where everything gets collected. And when somebody tap into it, they get information as well. But this have to be done by the teacher. Does this the same concept?
Actually, it's not our concept, but we understand because a lot of people used to use this way to receive information, or, it's really hard to explain how do you receive information. And some people need to use, magic ball. Some people prefer to use, cup of coffee and then receive information. Somebody use dreams. So there are some people who like the idea of egregor and receiving information. Actually, we don't talk about it. And there was one scientist in Russia, Vernadsky, who told about noosphere. So the huge sphere around the Earth, and where is all information collected. So it's possible to find a way and to get information. So no need to read any book. You just need to learn how to get information out there. But because we are talking about the first way how we teach people to start to receive real information, we don't need to ask this egregor where is the information. Book is just in front of you. It's so easy to check immediately and to get feedback immediately and to fix this state of mind. If the information is correct, you saw with your eyes closed triangle and in front of you is triangle, the way works, information is true, that's it. Maybe if you need to get some more complicated information, there are ways, but for that reason we use remote vision. So actually not our technique, but it doesn't mean we will never try to do it. It's enough for us to have few practices to get information we really need. We use it in our daily life. We improve our other technologies, other practices. So everybody choose which way to use in order to get information.
I'm glad you mentioned that because lots of people do get confused when it comes down to egregores. Personally, when I try to advise them, I try to say not to think of those kind of things because these are kind of old, outdated information. But best is to understand and feel how you feel when you're connecting to something. When you have a teacher there who's teaching you, he's there to guide you. And that's the biggest thing. Practice, understand, and connect with your teacher. That will make it much easier.
Только я ему тоже объясняю, когда есть учитель, зачем тебе какие-то другие, все намного. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Another question was, when someone faces challenges in their training, most of the time, what is the cause of it? Why do they have more doubts, blockages? How can you address that? What should they do when they're always frustrated that I've been training and training, but nothing works? Is it because of doubts, distraction?
Понятно, что в момент обучения люди сталкиваются с трудностями. Почему эти трудности возникают? Откуда сомнения? Откуда вот такое вот зависание? Как вы им объясняете? Как это преодолевать? Это установки, это сомнения, это психология?
Можно отнести к психологии. Дело в том, что человек начинает познавать мир с самого рождения. И он познает мир, исходя из информации, которую он получает от окружающих людей, от телевидения, от книг. И он входит он хочет знать ровно столько же, чтобы мог свободно общаться в социуме.
Since the beginning, when the baby was born, the baby learns how to receive an information about our beautiful world. What he see, what he touch, which conclusion he make. And the main idea of researching the world is to be like a normal person in society.
Okay.
То есть он должен принять то описание мира, которое есть в обществе.
It's for baby need to accept the explanation how real world looks like according to the majority of people.
Okay.
У него в голове, так она и называется, у психологов, складывается картина окружающего мира.
So, you know, the picture of the world appears in his mind.
Когда мы начинаем обучать человека чему-то необычному,
When we start to teach person to do something unusual,
мы разрушаем эту картину мира.
we destroy this picture of the world.
Interesting. It was really mind-blowing. I will tell you that.
То есть человек должен выйти за грань обычного мира.
So it's need to go out of box of this normal world to see the picture wider than it was agreed before.
So it's just like unlearning everything and start thinking outside the box. So you
Yes,
can see a bigger
definitely.
picture of what
Yeah,
it
and
is.
allow yourself to be brave enough to start thinking that the world is bigger than you were thinking, like, you know, before, during 20, 30, 40 years, and
Right.
start to have small doubts.
Exactly.
Все остальные люди воспринимают его как чужеродного явления. Он становится для них инопланетянином.
And you know, but other people still have the previous picture of the world. And for them, he become like an alien.
That is so true.
Раньше ведьмы просто сжигали, и все хорошо было.
And you know, in Europe, in like, you know, 16th century, witches were burnt.
Burnt alive, yes.
Yeah, just no people, no problem.
I believe that in the 16th century, there was a person called Gil Perez, and that person used to see things ahead of time. He somehow sees the future, and eventually he somehow developed this intuitively. And as he developed this, eventually he started experiencing teleportation. Like from one ship, he was sitting there, and in the other instance, he fell asleep and he woke up 6,000 miles away in a different place. And when they got arrested, they asked him, they thought that he was there in, I believe this was in Mexico, 9,000 miles away. And they tried to interrogate him, making sure what is going on. And that's when they thought he was also a witch or a warlock. And unfortunately, in those times, they burned the church, all them. It was pretty bad, but these were recorded incidences where people have these experiences. Eventually, people came forward and told them that they saw the person sleeping there at that moment, when he vanished and he was found 9,000 miles away. So there are connections and things there that people start developing either intuitively or by practice. So I believe what you're saying. Once we start thinking outside the box, start thinking in a bigger picture, using the heart, understanding intuitively, we could learn more secrets of the universe that has us there waiting. I believe that.
Про мексиканца, который вот это перепрыгнул, как будто бы там еще один, который развил эти способности. Но самое главное, он как бы соглашается, что начать думать за границей это лучше. Поэтому как бы мы помогаем. Давай, надо как-то подытожить.
То есть хорошо живется людям, которые не выходят за грань обычного. Но тогда бы не было никакого развития. Поэтому время от времени появляются люди, которые выходят за грань обычного. Леонардо да Винчи, Максвелл и другие ученые, Ньютон, который делает открытия, они выходят за грань обычного. И это толкает человечество к развитию. То есть вот эта вот любознательность отдельных личностей, которые не боятся Галилея Галилеи, вот, которые не боятся шагнуть за грань обычного и позволяет развиваться человечеству.
But it's much more easier to live in a box with the same picture of the world which everybody has. But time to time it happens. A lot of famous person like Galileo Galilei, Leonardo da Vinci, Maxwell, they were brave and curious.
Yes.
And they suspected that the world is bigger. So they try to research, and their curiosity allows them to discover the world and to grow their knowledges, to share, and it allows us to live in a much more interesting world, like each generation.
Yes,
so
yes.
Thanks for them that they were brave. And if to return to our students, of course they feel such doubts in the beginning, and of course we support them and explain what's going on, and explain just keep practicing. If you do your practice correctly, you will see the result. You will start to use your ability in your daily life and to see then more information, then better solutions, better decisions. So just do it. We are with you, and you are not alone, because there are a lot of students. At least our school has maybe like 10,000 people all over the world. Like we teach more than 30 years. So there are people who are like you. So just do it.
Just continue.
Possible. Everything is possible.
Exactly. Anything is possible. Unfortunately, nowadays, us humans, we look for comfort. What is more comfortable? I hope you tell me something that I could just do it like this and it happens. Unfortunately, it's not the way. That is only dreaming. So practice.
But this is Western state of mind. Western people want to get the result immediately.
Exactly.
But if to compare with Eastern men, they have reincarnation. They know it's not an end. They have time. They have opposite approach, and it's normal for them to learn some practice during 60 years, 50 years. It's more or less from the beginning. And for us, it's better to combine both approaches, to know how to train, how to check, how to focus, how to understand, but also accept a bigger picture of the world because of the big tradition which Asian people has, this ancient wisdom. This idea of chakras, energy, it exists in their language and their world. So need to combine and to create your own way to get result in this life. We'll see what next.
So all this basically comes down and fit like a puzzle.
Definitely. Definitely. Not just one side.
Right.
It's everything.
Thank you.